working on your live stream.
Me
All
and Cyrus
right.
are still part of the Venom in the AMHL server. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I haven't touched that server in like a year.
I don't really care about it either.
Well, yeah, because it ain't gonna start for a while. So
Oh, it
that's.
pinged. It pinged. Well, it didn't ping, but
There we go. Now
it
it
pinged.
pinged. I gotta get it to where the bot will like ping media ping, so I don't have to do it every time.
Uh-huh.
All right. Think we're good to go. Landon can hop in whenever he's ready. All right, welcome back to BMHL Weekly, episode number 10. I'm here with my co-host Zebra. Short crew tonight. Landon TV will be joining us later on in the session. So there's that
He
to look
just like
forward
me.
to. So
There he is.
tonight we got an interesting assortment of topics. Um, as Landon TV will join us,
Oh,
fresh out of the shower, steamy boy.
Yes, sir. Wait, let me go. Let me go.
okay. Did not say that
All right,
on
bro.
the.
That's crazy. Anyways, I feel like we can probably get started here, and Landon TV can answer third after me and Zebra have gone. But the opening topic uh, tonight is Baylor overrated? Obviously, losing their last game 3-0, forfeiting through midway through the second period against the Eagles. I mean, are they overrated? What's your opinion on this, Zebra? They've lost their last two.
Um. See, I think they are a tiny bit overrated because Chef and Vizzo are coming from the BHL. Everyone thinks they're going to be one of the top teams, but they really haven't been putting up the best show that they should be putting up as BHL members. I think I think they could definitely improve over the season, but right now I think they are overrated and there's many teams better than them. So, yeah.
And as well, there's zero depth here on that roster, as we saw it. Without Chef and Vizzo, they got pummeled by, you know, a pretty weak Eagles roster. They, didn't run a lot of their starters and still got destroyed to enough where, they forfeited midway through the game. So there's zero depth. I don't know, and they haven't been scoring a lot either. A lot of their goals have been, or rather, a lot of their games and wins have been 1 goal, 2 goal games. It hasn't been, that great in terms of scoring for them. So I'd say, yeah, they are a tiny bit overrated as of right now. Um, Landon TV, what's your opinion?
Yes.
Do you think Baylor's overrated?
As everyone knows, I have a very specific opinion on the team, and yes, I do think they're very overrated. Like, even with their starters, they're still not really that great of a team. Like anywhere on the ice other than hitting. Like, but you did mention, yeah, their depth is not very great. It's definitely a key factor.
Yeah, agreed. It's just nothing really is special about them. They're not a bad team by any means, but they're certainly not better than the other two teams in their conference. I think they will make the playoffs because of a team we're about to talk about next, but yeah, I don't know. A little bit overrated. So, second topic, we'll jump right into this one, is thoughts on the Wolfpack and Hurricanes trades. So, obviously, a couple big trades have gone down. One of them is very stupid, the other one makes a bit of sense. So, yesterday, or rather, not yesterday, the other day, the Minnesota Wolfpack sent out Cam, their starting forward and recent draftee, RJ, and their season 11 second round pick for Bleed Blue on the Bulldogs. What do you guys think about this? Is this a massive overpay, or is this a smart move?
Um, definitely is an overpay. You could have just put Cam out there.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if G Money starts showing up and playing, it could be a tiny bit worth it, but Minnesota will lose that trade
Yeah.
really bad. It's especially what they put out. It's not G Money, man, is not nowhere near worth that. A
Exactly.
top 15 player in some people's eyes, and RJ, one of the top 6-5 goalies. Like it's bad for Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. And I do want to point out, Bleed Blue has been ruled out of tonight's Wolfpack game against the Florida Venom, so he will not be participating again for the second game in a row. And yeah, I agree. It's a massive overpay. RJ, one of the better goaltenders in the league. Cam, one of the better and younger forwards in the league, and as well draft capital for a guy who hasn't played more than 2 games since season 6. Not
Mhm.
a great look, and a lot of assets to give up. We'll see though. Maybe it can turn out for them in the long haul, but for right now, I don't see it.
Yeah. The Wolfpack, though, like, I see what they were trying to do here. They wanted to, clip some cap and whatnot, They're trying to get back in that rebuild phase, but this is not how you do it. You would have been better off getting Curry or literally anyone else, honestly. You could have been better off getting, probably Curry's your best option here. You could have definitely gotten him for cheap. Like, I mean, you definitely got him for these two guys. But it's just, I don't know, dude. It's too much to give up for just that guy.
Agreed. They did shed a lot of cap in the process, which is fine, I guess, but right now all the free agents have already been signed. There's not really anybody left, so again, not really much there. It's just it doesn't have any substance behind the trade. Like there's nothing, good that can come out of it. It doesn't seem like. So, I don't know, it's just
Mhm.
bad trade there for the Wolfpack. Too much to give up in my opinion. Now, the second trade, this one's a bit
Oh
ridiculous.
my.
Earlier today, the Carolina Nighthawks sent out Bepso, and a rookie who has yet to even touch the ice yet, and a season 11 third round pick to the Toronto Hurricanes, who sent back Condom and,
Landon's brother.
and JFK. Both contracts
Yep.
100% retained. So the Nighthawks don't get any cap from this. And all they give up was a third round pick and Bepso. But Bepso was literally cut by the Hurricanes 5 minutes later. And then their owner stepped down. So, Zebra, what do you think about that?
Honestly, W for us. We get random players. They're not going to get any ice time, but it's fine. We sell for trades later on in the season or next season for Carolina. Besso, I don't think he has said a single word in the BMHL server.
Maybe a couple times. That's
Maybe
it.
like twice. And a third round pick. Yeah. It's good that Snag left. That's a Nene type of trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Landon, what do you got?
Yeah, I feel like, I gotta be completely honest. Cassian, the GM of the Nighthawks, probably paid off Snagged just to get this trade to go through. That's why I asked for the DMs, because I wanted to see how much he paid him, and I wanted to see how much he could maybe pay me, because that is a terrible trade. No one in their right mind should ever think of that. But I guess Snagged was just like a trial, like, owner anyways. He wasn't even supposed to own, but he just did. So, but I think they're better off in Cyrus's hands for the future.
Yeah. Agreed. It's it's a pointless trade, and it's I don't even know. I mean, at least they made the right move in assigning Kanye as their new GM, who's not completely stupid.
Well,
So, man, just terrible couple of trades there. Um, will any of them pan out for either team? We'll see. Um, anyway, next topic. Uh, well, 3. This kind of goes into the last question as well. Thoughts on the ownership change in Toronto with Cyrus taking over the team and Kanye becoming the new general manager?
No, go first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I already touched on this. I think Cyrus is a good change there. I think honestly though, with Cyrus and then with Kanye at GM, they might have a brighter future. but they do have to compete with the Bulldogs for that playoff spot. But they have a better chance now, I feel like, even after that trade, because realistically, both of them are probably going to get shipped off anyways. Because I know Cyrus was considering trading my brother, and then JFK was just a random guy, I think. But yeah, I feel like this is probably better for them, honestly.
Mhm. Agreed. Anyways, Zebra, what do you got?
Cyrus. Yeah, better, better. Plus, he has experience with the league, and he knows what to do. So that's it.
Huh?
Husky, I think you should just go.
All right. Anyway, uh, yeah, yeah, I think it's a good ownership change. Snagged obviously was just a placeholder to the end of the season. He wasn't exactly supposed to be, sticking around much. Um, so yeah, Snagged was not great to say the least. Anyway, Cyrus, good change. Kanye, good GM, very good. Um, anyway, up next are the Bulldogs back in the playoff race with the chaos in Toronto. You guys can choose who goes first in this one.
I have something on this. New York is probably the most overrated team in the BMHL right now. Coming from, they think they are them. They think only one team can beat them, and they think they can beat the Florida Venom. They think they can beat the Eagles. They think they can beat the Nighthawks. They think they can beat the Badgers, and it's just I. They think they can beat Toronto. It's just I don't think they're there. If Kanye is himself and he gets well with Cyrus and Net and Hypersage, um, I don't think they have it. Obviously, they do have Cam, but and RJ, but I don't think it's enough for them. They're just um, yeah, it may be close, but I don't think they're. I don't think they're getting it in the playoffs. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah,
Mm, it's a complicated way of saying it, but yeah.
yeah, a very
It's
interesting
weird.
choice of words there, but we got it.
That's from Nathaniel's mouth.
All right.
That
Uh,
is
Uh-huh.
from his mouth.
I think we got it, Zebra.
Got you, my G.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see what's it. Oh yeah. You know, I like touch on what he said. He's thinking like he's trying to say I think that they're really that they think they're a really good team when they really aren't. Like,
Mhm.
they could be a good team. Like it just depends on what players really show up. Like if RJ shows up, they could probably be a top 4 team, maybe probably top 5 with RJ. Like because you have RJ, Cam, and Unlucky. That's a pretty good lineup right there alone. But
Mhm.
it's just the inactivity is what like really carries them down with RJ. But they just need to go after maybe another goalie, like because RJ might not be it. But yeah, I think they're probably in the race right now since of that trade with Toronto.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like they actually could make the playoffs. Obviously, the big thing for them right now is to stay ahead of Toronto, which they can do. Obviously, Toronto with a very tough game this week, um, who will be taking on the Greensville Eagles on the road as well. Um, Cyrus is a maybe for that game as well, so we'll see how that goes for them. But if the Bulldogs can, take their game and possibly get a win, obviously against the Badgers on the road, that would put them 3 points ahead of the Hurricanes with 4 weeks to go. So I think it's definitely possible. They just need, like Landon said, they're good players to show up. They need to be active, but if they can do that, I feel like they can definitely sneak into the playoffs and maybe make a little bit of a run in that Eastern Conference.
Hmm.
Anyway, next up, question number 5. Are the Spartans going to be able to keep their current momentum despite the tough schedule? And I did a little bit of math last night with the schedule, the Spartans do have the hardest ranked schedule um, of all the teams.
Damn. I thought it got easier, but I guess not.
Um,
I guess playing the Wolf Pack twice doesn't make it easier.
Well, sort of, but you
where
also
did
play
you go?
3 other good teams.
Nah, Nighthawks are mid. Anyways,
We'll see tonight. We're
I
gonna
mean,
we're gonna lose.
yeah, I think obviously momentum's definitely going to keep going, especially with the new pickup with Nathan. Nathan. I mean, I'd rather play skater now, but if Nathan really wants to play skater, and I'm fine with playing goalie at this point, because I see it this way in my mind: MVP, Vesna, same season. It could happen, but yeah, I think we can keep up our momentum though, because we play the Wolfpack twice, and then we play the Jets and the Badgers, right?
hmm
And then we also play Nighthawks. Badgers and Jets are probably the two hardest teams there, because Jets, we all know they're like probably the best team in the league right now, second probably behind my team, just because we beat them. And then Badgers, they're a good team too. It's just all they do is physicality. So I still think they're a little bit overrated.
Schedule isn't like too bad, but their first half was pretty tough, but they came out of it relatively well. Obviously, week 6 is probably their hardest game of the entire season, taking on the Eagles on the road.
Oh, Eagles. I said Jets.
Whatever.
I guess this is what happens when you
Sorta.
change mid-season.
Yeah. It's whatever. Um, but
It's
yeah,
whatever.
they've had a good season so far. Their schedule isn't it's tolerable for the rest of the season, so I can definitely see them keeping up this momentum and maybe even snagging that 1 seed in the West. But Zebra, what do you think?
Um,
So,
honestly, it can go either way with them being the best team. It just depends on how they perform. But again, with the
excuse
hardest,
me.
I think they can still steamroll through those teams that they play, except for the Nighthawks. But that's
Uh-huh.
yeah. I think they can hold their spot up in the thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
and
In the
obviously,
thing, yeah.
I think whoever wins the Eagles Spartans game, they're gonna take the #1 spot of.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I agree with that. That's one thing I agree with that you said today.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else is either scuffled or it's just a bad take. Um,
Hey, we can't all have the same thing.
yeah, that's
That's
true.
fair.
Honestly,
That's fair.
that's yeah. But honestly, though, if this is the toughest schedule, then every team must have it really easy, or just at least easy. Like
Well,
the
us
imagine the
Nighthawks.
Eagles and Nighthawks and whoever, they probably got easier schedules than this, which isn't even that tough.
Well, we
It's kind of
haven't
cool.
played. No, I'd say we have a pretty. We haven't played New York anytime yet. We
Yeah,
have the Eagles, and we haven't played Baylor.
mm,
And,
I guess yeah. But y'all are
and
also
then
in that.
we
You're
need
also in that.
we have Venom once, New York twice,
I beg your
Eagles
pardon.
once, Baylor once. So
Oh, yeah,
that's
why don't they have the hardest schedule? That's
I
way
feel like
harder than
have the
ours, and they have
schedule.
a worse. They have a
Well,
worse team,
it's because of totality. It's not just of what's
I
left.
guess. Yeah,
In
true.
total, you guys had the hardest schedule because of your first half of the season.
Our first half was like
Oh,
it was.
I thought you meant remainder of the season. Yeah,
Nah,
we've had the
yeah.
hardest schedule in a while. We probably had the hardest schedule for any team in a
I
while.
think we have the hardest back half.
Yeah, you guys have a harder back half. We've a harder front half. That sounds so bad.
And you guys still.
I think we should move on to the next subject.
I agree. Anyway, question number 6: Is Florida's goaltending a concern? Jeff
Ooh.
has not touched the ice this season. Sports has been perfectly fine in net, but if he doesn't make it, do you go with Jeff, who hasn't played in a month, or do you go out and sign somebody if you can? What's the play here? Is it a concern going into the getting nearer and nearer towards the playoffs?
Okay, I was in a call with Ivy earlier today, about 30 minutes ago, before I came here. And he was talking about that. He said, yeah, again, Jeff not being active at all, not playing a single game. Same thing with sports. Like, sports
Okay, sir.
get all the time. So, one thing I heard from him is that he was thinking about picking up Reflex from Baylor. Asked me what his star is and how good he is.
Ooh.
So, that's what I heard.
So they're in Ooh,
They're in
okay.
trade talks. Interesting. Looking
So,
for a new goalie.
again, I don't. It's a big concern right now because they got to pick one because like Jeff in sports, they're fine, but Jeff, I feel like they could easily cut him or trade him and get good value out of it because he's not going to play. And with sports, they can keep sports, but maybe trade like a Jeff for a Reflex. That could be something. You never know.
Yeah, man.
Just as the next ticket.
Or hell, look at Toronto. Look at their goaltending room. Do you think they would take a chance on someone like Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they could. I mean, but they do have Cyrus, but Cyrus again, he's playing.
Yeah,
Cyrus
it sounds like
Miller,
he's playing
like,
more.
yeah.
He's playing more player wise instead of goalie.
Skater, yeah. Husky, you go.
All right. Yeah, man.
I'll state my take.
I don't trust Jeff or Sports enough. Yes, I know Sports won the Anvil Cup last year. Did he have an incredible team around him though that carried him the whole way? Yes, he did. Sorry, Sports. I like you. You're a chill guy, but you're not it, pal. And neither is
Yeah.
Jeff. Do not even start with the, oh, but Jeff this, he won 2 cups that. Shut up. He's dog shit. He has more own goals than goals.
Around.
Hashtag ring chaser.
Real.
Yeah,
They just follow Ivy.
yeah. It's
Sorry
happened
for
every
you, bro.
freaking season. We
3
got
seasons.
rid of. Didn't we get rid of freaking player tampering or whatever, and he's still on the same team as him? That's funny. Anyways, yeah, I just want to save my take for the last one because it's funny. So yeah, sports, he's good. He can lag every once in a while. He can suck. He cannot be there. Sports is overall though he's usually decent, but Mr. Ring Chaser over here, it's just like it's hard to say with him because, see, if he doesn't have Ivy, then he sucks. Like imagine if Ivy can't make the game. Oh no, Jeff's gonna get scored on 10 times. Like because like Jeff is not. I mean, he's not. He's just not active enough, and he's not really even that good of a backup, anyways. He's not consistent.
How is he not active while he's in like this 8th grade?
Cause he doesn't feel like playing, because he just wants to get carried to another ring. Like this thing, though.
Shocker.
I mean, with the reflex.
Well, I'm just gonna say one thing: Venom aren't winning the ring this year. So
because they don't have the lineup. I mean, if Dragon's playing
They
decent,
don't
but
have the depth
they need
either.
more than just that.
they just don't
Yeah.
have it. Like
If Ivy or Dragon aren't there, even goaltending, like all of it, the whole depth in general is just not good. Yeah. But like I would understand though trading for Reflex. That would be smart because Reflex can not only play goalie, he can play defense, and he's active.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something with him is that
Because if Sports is there and Dragon isn't or something, like if it just you know what I mean, it offsets. One of them isn't there, he can play, and one of them can play goalie, or
mhm.
it works out both ways.
That team would be the best team for the past like season 8 and season 9, but now with all the new guys, the league is hard.
Well, yeah, it's mainly just the Badgers is full of BHLers, and then I got the best one, Spines.
Yeah, and then there's a BHL guy on every single team except for like the Nighthawks
And the Eagles.
Nope,
and
we
the
got Spray.
Eagles.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, Spray. I forgot about he's mid though, so I forgot about him.
No, I guess we do now because is your brother a BHL or JBL?
Nope.
No,
He hasn't played
he's
in
like
any of the
12,
leags
dude.
before.
You can't expect.
Well, I don't know who,
BHL.
but
He's younger than 12. Or no, he's 13. He's Discord TOS. My bad. Yeah.
He's gonna boot his ass off. Anyway.
Week 5 predictions. I like to go first on this one because
let's just go. Let's
some-
just go each game. Let's just go each game.
Yeah, let's go each game
Nah.
one at a time.
No, I'm
So-
just going all the way through.
All right, fine.
Okay,
take it.
so I'm joking. You guys, we can do
Let's
it.
do Toronto Eagles.
Yeah, okay, so here, I got a take here. So I think the Eagles
Oh
are gonna win
boy.
this, but I don't think the Hurricanes are gonna make it easy on them. Kanye, I mean, he didn't play great last game, but I think this is Kanye's game. He's gonna shine. He's gonna come back. This is gonna be like his main comeback game. He's gonna go out. He's gonna score at least 2 goals. I'm predicting 1 or 2 goals, and then it just all comes down to the other 2 guys. Like if Cyrus isn't there, then that's gonna tear him down. But Kanye's gonna have to carry for this game, especially if Cyrus isn't there. But yeah, I think the Eagles are probably gonna win this.
Okay. Oh, what's the score? You thinking?
Score? I think final probably 3-2.
All right. Okay. Kanye is on a team where he doesn't have a good player next to him.
Mm-hmm.
The offense. Season 7, he had Nathan. Season 8 and Season 9, Ivy. We don't. He played 1 game without a good player on his team, and he did not do that good. So, I think, especially if the Eagles have their top guys on, I think the Eagles are gonna not like destroy them, but they're gonna win with not too hard of a win. I'm thinking like 4-1, 3-0, something like that. Maybe 2-1, 2-0. But yeah, that's my take.
I'll give my brief thoughts. Obviously, it's my team. I'm not gonna predict a score, but obviously I'm feeling good with the lineup we got going into tonight. Obviously their team, uh, interesting lineup to say the least. Kanye's good, Cyrus is good. Obviously, we're not gonna underestimate them going into it, but we feel good, and I feel like we can come out with the win in pretty convincing fashion.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. Nighthawks, Spartans. Husky, you go.
Okay.
We're on the
Yeah,
team.
I'll go last. It's my team.
Okay.
All right.
So I feel like this game's gonna be really damn good, as long as everyone plays for both sides. Wow, this one should be actually really really good now that I think about it. Um, San Diego's definitely got the better offense, but I feel like if Carolina's defense and goaltending can hold a little bit, they might be okay. Um, Obviously
Yeah.
landed in net, didn't have to face too much last game, so expected to
Not
play on
normal.
goal again. Um, I will say San Diego in this one, but I think it'll be
I'm
low
back.
scoring. I'm
Ooh.
taking San Diego 2-1 in this one, maybe an overtime game, but either way, I've
Mm-hmm.
got them 2-1.
All right. Obviously, not gonna say too much, but if we can like hold our ground, learn how they play, learn what they do fast, we can hold them down. Hopefully, set it to overtime, and then we'll go from there. Because that's what I'm thinking with our team. We're gonna try and just hold them down as much as possible. Because getting shots on net is gonna be hard with top BHL guy on the server, MVP candidate, and one of the best defensemen. So that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I I don't think it's gonna be a super close game like our last 4 have been, or 3. Or yeah, 4. It's been 1-score games throughout the whole season. Yay. But I think we're gonna come out with the win though. Like we're not like I doubt y'all are gonna make it easy on us. You're not gonna let us win that easy, but I think we're definitely gonna come out with a victory here.
like I'm not mad at that because it could happen, but I'm still rooting for us.
And of course you're gonna say your own team. So, yeah. Everyone's
Well,
gonna say their own team.
I'm not gonna say yes. Spartans are gonna win easy.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Agreed.
No, that was sarcasm.
No, I agree with you. I like that. That's a good idea. Okay,
all right.
Venom Wolfpack.
We'll see.
Okay, this one's the
Veteran,
easiest. This one's the easiest. If we were like
hey,
betting on
veteran,
it, if we were like betting on it right now, I'd say
veteran.
this is my lock of the week.
I got a hot take. I think the Wolfpack are gonna win this game -7.
They're gonna score. They're gonna win like 12-0.
No, Wolfpack are gonna lose this game Probably.
Okay,
Okay.
I have a take.
If they can get at least, who do they even have? I forget honestly. Yeah, they're
Listen,
gonna lose.
Goofy,
They're losing
Patriot.
6-0.
Carson.
6-0, 6-0, 6-0. That's what.
Okay, I have something. If they're
gonna
gonna
win.
badly, either way, but if
That's
they
fine.
have a guy, Carson, he's probably their top player. If they can get him on, they're gonna lower the score a tiny bit. And same thing with Patriot. If he somehow locks in 9 saves, that's probably not even true, but if he can somehow stand his ground, the score won't be that bad. But they're not winning. Venom are gonna win at least more than 4 goals or more.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'll go ahead and go next. I've also got the Venom in this game, but I do feel like Minnesota can at least make it close if, like Xavier said, if Carson shows up, Kabufi rebounds to his past form, uh, and
No.
if Patriot can, not get down on himself after one goal, that's a big thing with him. He's got huge confidence issues. He's a good goalie. He can make those big saves when you need him to, but he has huge confidence issues, and it hurts his game really badly because of it. So, um,
He's saying like Mallards.
no, I'd argue he's worse than Mallards in that department.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It,
So
I
you're
don't
telling
know.
me So you're telling me I gotta watch this game? Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm probably you're probably gonna or me and Megan can just wrap it. Husky stream.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Well,
I'll end up streaming
we're
that.
not contemplating about that. We're just talking about this shit.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Bulldogs and Badgers. Ooh.
Bulldog Tigers.
Ooh.
Maybe-
Ooh. This one's gonna be a sneaky good game, I feel like.
I'm cooking here. Just wait.
All right.
Okay.
Let me go first because you're gonna come. Gonna
Yeah,
be cool.
I'll cook last.
Chef and Vizzo, yeah, they're good, but they don't put up that much goals.
They don't.
Like-
And it's concerning.
They don't.
Maybe.
It's really weird because they're meant to be some of the top players.
Yeah.
Maybe if they didn't go around the whole
Depending
time hitting. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
I do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
Depending on
might be a dick.
depending on who is in net for the Badgers, it can depend. If Reflex is in, they're probably gonna win. But if they have anyone else in for them, I feel like New York is gonna take it. Just depending on if Reflex is up or not. And if New York has Cam, RJ, and Unlucky, that's a very solid team. You have very, very solid. It's not a great team, but it's a very good team.
Also, can we touch on the a little bit here? Cyrus is able to make the Hurricanes game.
That'll
That
make
might-
it a little bit closer then, a bit more interesting.
Do we want to? Do you want?
Still
Well, here after we do this game, do we want to go back on that one and maybe change some stuff? We'll be good for that game.
I think let's just keep it and see what happens after
Okay.
the game.
Yeah.
I do think
It's your
that'll make it a
turn
little
now,
bit closer
that's
though. It's certainly not. Actually, that could be a good game as long as Sage decides to stop being an autistic orangutan on defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kabufi. Or I mean,
Kabuki. God, man. Gosh.
meant to say Sage. I mean, they're both autistic, so I can't help it.
It's true.
Anyways, is it my turn? Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, you take
Okay.
your pick.
Well, my take. What I guess it isn't as hard as I thought. I was gonna say Bulldogs are gonna win this game. You know, 'cause I thought I was gonna be like, "Whoa, Bulldogs are gonna win," but I guess everyone else is saying that. But yeah, I think the Bulldogs will probably win this. I think that honestly, if they shut them down on like getting any chances, like if they shut down the Badgers on getting any chances, they can win this game like 3-0. Honestly, like I like the sky's the limit here. All they do is hit, and if they just evade the hits, they juke them out a couple times, play some football. I know it's hockey, but you know what I mean. Like if they just get some good plays going, make them miss. It's definitely one way to
Yeah.
get some goals. And also being physical back. That's a big factor. Like, Cam, he's not known as a big physical guy, but if he puts on the body this game, he could be good.
Yeah.
He could definitely put up a lot of goals.
Agreed. I'm gonna take the Bulldogs here as well. I'm gonna take them 2-0. I feel like if they can shut down Baylor's mediocre offense, I feel like they can definitely win. So I like
If
the
that.
Bulldogs in this one. Zebra,
Mm-hmm.
did you already give your score?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, score?
Oh, he did.
If Reflex shows up, 1-0 Badgers. If Reflex doesn't show, 2-0 New York.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I have something to say there. If Reflex doesn't show, I think 3-0. For what you're saying. Like I'd probably put up a 3, but I'm thinking though if Reflex does show, now that I think about that, 2-0. But if he doesn't, probably 4 or 5-0.
Who
Like Reflex is such a big factor because
Yeah.
he's a good, like I mean
Their
people
goaltending though
hate on
without
him.
him is bad.
It's
who
not
is
good.
on the Badgers
Rockwat's their backup
that
Chronix.
could
goaltender.
replace Rocket?
And
Oh,
Chronix is there
But
too,
he's
and
got
Castian. I don't even know about him.
Caskins on the
Cassian's
Nighthawks.
yeah,
He's not
Cassian's on
even.
the Nighthawks.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah. But still,
I missed him being. Oh,
Reflex.
no,
He's very
he's
active
on
on
that
the team.
team.
He knows how like he's fights for that team. Like he's gonna. They need him.
Badgers are fucked. I mean, they won't get fucked, but they're not.
Like-
They're
It's
in a
not.
good spot.
They're not looking too hot.
I feel like if Rockwat shows up, Rockwat's gonna fight with Vizzo and shit.
Oh, I agree.
That
I
and he's
agree.
gonna let in like 6 goals.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
See, those guys do not
if
like
they're
each other from
gonna start an
BHA
argument.
having past history.
I bet he realized after he was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
should have came to my team. I don't even care about the
No one
wasted
else could
cap."
really afford to let
Anyways,
that force
I
go.
probably made GM.
But yeah, man.
Is that the?
I think that's it. I think that's all we've got.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's perfect time to wrap it up as well, because in 15 minutes exactly we got our first game of the night of 3. It is the Toronto Hurricanes taking on the Greensville Eagles. Landon TV to my right will be commentating and streaming that game up next. So I think we're going to call the episode here. Thank you